Once upon a time, in the ancient land of Israel, there was a great divide between the Israelites and the Philistines. The two armies stood facing each other on opposing hills, the valley of Elah stretching between them. The Israelites were filled with fear, for the Philistines had Goliath, a giant of a man, towering over everyone, adorned in heavy armor and wielding a massive spear. His voice boomed like thunder as he challenged the Israelites to send forth their best warrior to fight him. A young shepherd named David was tending to his father's sheep. David was the youngest of 8 brothers, and while his siblings were off fighting in the war, he remained at home, caring for the flock. But God had greater plans for him. One day, his father, Jesse, sent him to the battlefield to deliver food to his brothers. As David arrived at the encampment, he heard Goliath's taunts reverberate through the valley. David felt a righteous anger rise within him. How could this giant defy the armies of the living God? He approached King Saul and offered to fight Goliath, but the king was skeptical. "You are just a boy," Saul said. "Goliath has been a warrior since his youth." David recounted how he had fought off lions and bears while protecting his sheep, declaring, "The same God who delivered me from the paw of the lion and from the paw of the bear will deliver me from this Philistine." His faith and courage were contagious, and the king, seeing the determination in David's eyes, finally relented and allowed him to face Goliath. As David approached the battlefield, he chose not to wear armor or carry a sword. Instead, he selected 5 smooth stones from a nearby brook and placed them in his shepherd's pouch. With only his sling and his faith in God, he confronted the giant. Goliath laughed, mocking David for his youth and apparent weakness. But David shouted back, "You come at me with a sword and a spear, but I come at you in the name of the Lord Almighty, the God of the armies of Israel." David swung his sling and released a single stone. It flew through the air like a shooting star, striking Goliath squarely in the forehead. The giant stumbled and fell to the ground with a thunderous crash, and the battlefield erupted in disbelief. David had triumphed not through brute strength, but through unwavering faith and divine support. The victory over Goliath was not merely a military win. It was a powerful reminder that no challenge is too great when one believes in God's promises. David would go on to become a great king, but it was this pivotal moment that defined him, a moment of courage and faith. David's story continues to inspire countless generations. It teaches us that we can face our own giants, fear, doubt, and adversity, if we hold fast to our faith and believe in our purpose. Just like David, we may feel small and insignificant at times, but with courage and a strong belief in